Also possible is to ignore to put in somehow the bishop g5 and just castle. Is also a very equal game. If white takes, of course, doesn't get anything out of the exchange, because the bishop e7 is not doing a very special defending activity as could be in other green fold positions, for example, where exchanging the dark square bishop tends to lead to an advantage for white. But anyway, if we get to the normal development, of course in these variations, if we aren't planning to play f3 or advancing prematurely the g4, we could of course use this rank for our queen or rook maneuvers. This is one of the pluses of these positions, not that it compensates compared to the f3 variation in my opinion, but if we choose to play this variation, we should stick to the good things that it offers. Queen e8 to alleviate the pressure in here, as in the manner of king b1 in some castling long positions of the Najdorf we have seen for white. And after some more natural exchanges and normal development, we can see that there is not a lot of hidden possibilities for any color, I think. And last but not least, we should attend to a peculiarity that can happen in this h4 variation, which is if black, say for example, castles answering h4, and white has to play in most of the variations f3 regardless to make g4 possible if we want to stick to the pawn storm plan. Now an early knight h5 is possible because there is nothing now attacking in this diagonal, no bishop nor queen. So if we want to play knight 9 f3 in this variation, we have to keep an eye on h4. This could discover some nasty threats for black that could perfectly slow white's advance and totally dismantle white's attack if white is not paying enough attention or doesn't know how to get the best of this variation. We could answer, of course, with bishop f2. It looks like an undeveloping move, but f9 f3 could be considered already a mistake, so this is not a variation I would ask you to play if you want to win with white, but sometimes people playing with white commit mistakes, and if you are playing with black, that's your chance to get any weaknesses and to strive for the full point. So after bishop f2, say for example a5, because if white has the kingside development blocked, it's good to answer trying to dominate the other side of the board. knight d2, knight c6. This is quite normal also. c4, bishop e6, knight b5. And here, because of the inability of getting something out of the king side, I think black has the upper hand, not a lot of advantage, of course, but I would prefer to be black in here, because trying to mend the king side for white is going to take a lot of moves, more than in many other variations where we could consider the white has advantage, or at least equality. So it's good to know this knight h5 maneuver in case an early weaknesses and appear in white's camp. Of course, after protecting with bishop f2 and say a5, rook g1 is possible, just to aid the g4 pawn in the advance, but we leave the f4 outpost for the knight, and black won't have a lot of problems blocking any attack from there, and furthermore could easily get profit, and normally a very good profit of the f4 outpost. So rook g1 shouldn't be considered a serious possibility either.